Hey there, fellow readers. Mrs. Weidman here, and today we're going to be talking about the young adult novel The Lamplighter by Crystal Bell, the perfect next read for anybody who's interested in historical fiction that's also a horror story. So it's a great hybrid text of those two genres. This book is also extremely well written and has an incredible protagonist, there she is on the cover, right, named Temperance, or Tempe. Right, and this book really centers around Temperance, right? And she's a young girl growing up in Warbler, which is this small little whaling town in New England. And Warbler is famous for a couple of different reasons. Number one, they've got a whole bunch of whaling ships, right, that go out. And these whaling ships are actually like notoriously lucky, right? Because most of them have these beautiful figureheads that's carved by their local shipbuilder. And in fact, these ships from all over the United States come to Warbler and actually hire the shipbuilder in town, right, to build them these lucky figureheads, right? And at first, Tempe's like really excited to be a part of her town. She has a promising young man that's hopefully coming home on the next whaling ship that she really hopes that she's going to marry. Her mother and her sister, even though they have fallen on tragedy, her father committed suicide before this book takes place by hanging from a lamppost in town. Even though that tragedy has befallen their family, though, they actually are starting to come out of it, right? And Temperance and her sister Prudence have really been in a good place for most of the summer. And in fact, Prudence is really excited because she has like a secret admirer that's been writing like these letters to her saying how wonderful she is and how he can't wait to meet her so that they can get married and start a family and all of these other cute things, right? And even though Timmy thinks it's a bit weird that he's anonymous, she's like, hey, my sister's happy and that's what matters. And to kind of like ice the cake to make everything perfect, Tempe is also employed. She has a job, which is really rare for a woman at this time, but she holds the position of the lamplighter in her town, which in Warbler is a very big deal because the lamps that Tempe lights every night are considered to be an omen or a safe haven from the dark because it's not uncommon for whalers or villagers or young girls to go missing in the fog that envelops her seaport. So Tempe knows that her job of lighting these lamps every night is really important, and it's providing everything that her sister and her mother need in order to survive. Well, unfortunately, one night, two of the lamps go out, and on that same evening, a young girl, the same age as Tempe, disappears into the fog, and she's never found. And this is devastating for the town. They try to find her, but no remains, no trace of her ever turns up, right? However, as Timmy kind of starts looking into this disappearance, she figures out, hey, maybe there's something more. Maybe there's something lurking in this fog that's actually responsible for taking, right, these people who go missing, right, into the woods at night. So this quickly propels Tempe into the heart of the action. She's not believed. Nobody in town wants to believe that the lamplighter is responsible, right, for all this, or that she has any idea what she's talking about. And they're like, what are you, crazy? Like, there's no monsters in the woods that are hiding out. And the more that Tempe uncovers, the more she realizes that maybe somebody in town is deliberately hurting others for kind of nefarious reasons. And maybe if she keeps investigating it, her and her family are going to be the next targets as well. So if that sounds interesting, if you like historical fiction and horror, then I highly recommend The Lamplighter as a great next read for you. See you all online soon.